I did this project in Jersey City along the boardwalk, and kids would come and look at what I was doing because I was installing in public for a while. They'd say, "Mommy, Daddy, what is that? What is she doing? What's that?" Often the parents would answer, "I think it's art." I'm Kate Dodd. I am a sculptor, although I often work in non-sculptural materials. This is my studio at Manufacturers Village in East Orange. My work is, and has been for a long time, based on using repurposed materials. That is one kind of pillar of my practice, and the other I would say is installation work. Usually site-specific installation, and what I mean by that is coming up with ideas and responses and use of materials in reaction to a particular place that I've been invited to build into, onto, around. Why are things disposable? They have every bit as much kind of intrinsic presence or materiality as things that we cherish. So what's up with some things seeming to be valueless? One thing I've always done is put in lots and lots and lots of labor as a way of investing value back into the material that was kind of considered disposable. So that is something I've always done. And I love working. I love repetition. I love the kind of, it's not really a Zen state, but you do have a state of mind when you're piecing things together that's fully absorbing, and that's what I'm thinking about. And I'm not thinking about all the terrible things in the world. Doing something for the Laurie stairwell is interesting because it is a period of time that is in between temporary and permanent. Typically a temporary piece would be a gallery length show, maybe at best a couple months, but to have something up for a year, you start to have to consider things that you also need to consider when you're making something permanent in terms of engineering and longevity. Their experience will be the passage from top to bottom or bottom to top. And when they go in either direction, they'll be completely surrounded. As you get closer to the bottom and onto the windows, it will go to mostly white. And of course, a lot of the white will have words on it because I'm using repurposed materials. The words often are coming from catalogs and essays that were written about pieces in the museum. But also on the windows, there will be images of numerous pieces from the collection. And the pieces from the collection I've reinterpreted in strips of paper, kind of as drawings that they simplify a work, they make it kind of visually recognizable, but my interpretations have none of the kind of the nuance or the color or the texture of the original work. And my thinking there is that it's almost like you've seen the exhibit, you've seen the artwork, whether it's mine or someone else's, and now it's starting to become a memory and there's just an imprint. And so the images I'm making of the pieces in the collection are meant to just be like a memory trigger or what's left when you walk away. But it is really pushing at a boundary of what is possible. And that's something I'm interested in too. I'm constantly kind of trying to figure out how fragile can I go and have something still stand, or how delicate can I make something and still create something that's strong. I'm just interested in that dichotomy. The museum and any place that has a site-specific installation, in general, is taking a chance. And it's risky to have an artist come and build in your space and you don't know exactly what it's going to be when they're done.